So you found yourself walking away, and this is creating almost a sense of impending doom or loss or anxiety with hints of excitement. It's showing you a lot about yourself with the sun here, a lot of clarity coming in the next couple of days to weeks. And the path that you feel is not here, the path that you're waiting to appear before you to help solidify this moving forward is going to appear. I think it's going to take a couple of weeks though. I feel like there's some plans that are being laid. There's some final details coming into fruition right now. And it can feel a little bit overwhelming, right? We're looking for that stability. We're looking for the balance. Like, where's the balance? And how do we navigate through this tough space is what I feel like we're all asking Spirit, right? Like, where is the solid ground? Where is the solid ground? We're going to get a little bit deeper into it. First, I'm Heather with Healing Love and Light. I do tarot messages here. If you want your own reading, go to the place where we store all the things. Find your reading there. Emailed readings look just like this. I go very in depth. I pull cards on camera. You see me pull the cards, and I don't hold back. I offer a lot of clarity and insight. Also, I have one-on-ones if that's more your speed. So definitely a few offerings. Okay, I'm going to ask for some signs, symbols, synchronicities. This just means pay a little extra attention to the reading so that you know it's yours and that you get a little bit extra insight. These are random, and whatever pops into my mind is there for a reason, so I'm going to trust it. Okay, so I am feeling a few different things. One, Sagittarius is heavy on my mind, and I feel like the moon is moving into Sagittarius couple of days from now. There's something here about that because Jupiter's also on my mind with like the astrology and how things are lining up. I feel like there's this expansive energy that wants to come forward. I also feel like there may be some sort of like okay, I'm seeing two different things. I'm seeing somebody has a globe that looks like a globe on a desk, like a globe. And then I also feel like there is also on a desk, and it may be adjacent to it or may just be a completely different desk. There's this like night sky projector, illuminator of like the stars and where they are and the planets and the constellations. And there's some woven in fascination of that. And I feel like that's important. There's something here about studying and gaining internal knowledge from this. Also, they're showing me a throwback movie from the 1980s, which is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And there's this message of, okay, the specific scene that they're showing me is, and this is dating me big time. If you are not from the 80s era and you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, Google this because I don't know, it's interesting. Okay, so there's the scene where he's like, sweeping his studio after he has shrunk his kids, and he is not paying attention to what he's doing. He's not minding the details. He's like basically throwing his kids out with the trash unknowingly. So there's something really real about this retrograde and this sort of liminal space that's forcing you to pay attention to some of the details. Mercury is all, it's a Virgo thing. So I don't know. There's something here about slowing down so that you can focus on some of those details. Okay. I'm also seeing a black combat boot. So there is something here regarding like needing to put a solid foot on the ground and needing to remain grounded during this time. And a black combat boot is very specific because it's a heavier type of shoe. So there's something about putting your foot down in some manner and matter. Okay, what else, Spirit? They're also showing me a classroom. I know school's going back into session, but I feel like for the adults, there is some sort of higher learning that's going on as well, whether that's traditional or non-traditional. I just feel like there's expansion. Again, Sagittarius energy. There's more expansion that's happening here for you. Okay. And a penny on the ground, and I'm hearing find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. So there's something about luck with Jupiter and pennies. Okay, so I feel like there is optimism in your future or in your current energy, and they're wanting you to transfer some of the emotion that you have on the loss of whatever that is with the Eight of Cups at the beginning, whatever you're walking away from, transfer that into the positive. Like, how can you reframe this situation in a positive outlook and get a little bit more curious about how you're expressing yourself and curious about the nuances of this decision or this transition. It's going to help you understand the why, okay? Because I feel like for some of you, you're like, okay, but why? Why am I having to do this? I feel like there are some situations where you are having to get determined on what it is that your heart really wants. This could be a relationship. I see moving within a relationship, could be moving homes, could be relocating to a different city for some of you. There is something very real about moving, expansion, and getting better about expressing what's on your heart and what it is that your heart wants. Now, the Chariot card is very Cancer energy. We just left Cancer energy. So there is something here about taking with you what you learned in Cancer season and applying it with a heart-centered, heart-forward motion. This is about will, determination, and getting your energy into alignment. You're definitely moving forward. It is taking a long time, but that's because I feel like you're carving out what it is your heart really wants, and you're learning how to speak the language of the heart, which is your emotion. You're learning how to speak the language of a resilient heart. That's what you're learning, how to speak the language of a resilient heart, and how to find strength and home within your heart. Outside of you, I feel like the Queen of Cups is out here. There is nurturing. So you may have like a nurturing female that's giving back to you or supporting you in some way. And I feel like that's helpful because it's helping you to redefine what success means for you. And it's helping you to learn to nurture yourself and to create abundantly instead of just in the masculine. There's a softening here. There's a softening of your heart and of that heart space. I also feel like, sorry, my battery is going. There may be a softening of the heart space regarding children or needing to pay attention to what's going on with your children in this space here. There's a lot of mother energy. But I do see somebody in your corner cheering you on from the sidelines. This doesn't feel like it's totally central to where you're at. It feels like somebody on the side, somebody that like interjects like things of like praise and almost like it could be a boss or somebody like on your periphery that you do interact with day to day, but anyway, they're cheering you on. They're like giving you kudos. They're like helping you to see the positive in yourself. And I feel like there's a lot of need to balance out your finances during this time to invest wisely. And I feel like you might be getting a raise and there's a need to figure out how to invest that money wisely. I feel like there is a return on your energetic investment coming in here, and it's meant to help you in this expansion, and it's meant to help give you a solid sense of stability so that you can heal some of the emotions from the past. Okay. So what you may be leaving behind could be a sense of abandonment. It could be a sense of mistrust. There's something very like, I don't know, there's something very emotional that you're leaving behind. And nothing is all good or all bad. So that somebody needs to hear that. I feel like leaning into your intuition here and leaning into the space of the non-tangible, the dreams, the what's the word? The inspirations, the moment of clarity that comes forward from time to time that speaks like a soft little whisper in your ear. The little nudges, really needing to pay attention to that because that's where your transformation lies. That's where the gold is, okay? You have a lot of changes that you're going to be navigating. Get excited. Really like get curious about how to make this expansion work for you. It's going to show you the areas where you can be a little bit more resourceful, a little bit more tactful, and a little bit more strategic when it comes to aligning yourself with people, that are in your social group and with your heart, okay? With things that give back to your heart and help you to nurture that. It's also going to show you areas where you may be lacking in celebration and expanding yourself outward for people to celebrate you. I'm sending you so much love and